From Washington to Hollywood and right back to Wisconsin. It's Nite Lite with Pete Schwaba and Greg Bach. Connecting the dots on the stories shaping our world with smart takes, sharp humor, and plenty of personality.
You know, I really expected more professional behavior from you.
It's news and culture without the noise.
Yeah, I'm on.
Here's Pete Schwaba and Greg Bach.
Welcome to Nite Lite, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, it's great to have you here with us tonight. I am Pete Schwaba, sitting across the state from Mr. Greg Bach, coming to you live from Radio Park. It's Radio Park, right, Greg and Racine?
Correct. Radio Park.
See, I need a nickname like that for my studio here up in the north.
Radio House.
Yeah, that's got a ring to it. I was trying to bill Marinetta's Christmas City, USA. That didn't really take off.
Well, you gave it one day. You gave it one show.
No. That goes back a year, and not even people in Marinette like it. They just look at me and they go, I think you can do better than that.
Wait. Take a step back here. Yesterday, when you were insisting on me calling it Christmas Town, USA? Christmas?
I don't know if I insisted. Yeah,
you kept on
City.
correcting me. You kept on correcting me.
Christmas City.
I thought that this was some sort of like worldwide honor that Marinette had. I didn't realize it was something that just lived within the confines of your brain box, Pete Schwaba.
It's got to start somewhere, dude. We need to be on the map, and it's cold here, and we have pine trees. Why not Christmas City, USA? That's what I'm going for.
Well,
You've got Radio Park. Give me Christmas City, USA.
There's already a place called Christmas Town, USA. So
that
I
doesn't
think
have the same.
I think you have to fight them.
Christmas City, Christmas Town does not have that kind of mellifluous sort of alliteration. Christmas
Big words.
Christmas
Big words.
City,
Big words.
USA, Maryland, Wisconsin. I love it. All right. We'll get that worked out, folks. But welcome to Nite Lite. It is a Tuesday night edition of our fine show that covers current events and some entertainment. And hopefully we make your drive home or, your evening a little happier. Greg, when you think of this show, do you think of mom and dad gathering the kids around the radio, listening to Nite Lite?
Pour some water on the cable. We got to get the radio working. Pete and Greg are on.
Mom's made a nice meatloaf. Yeah. What about you, Dom?
Yeah, I'd say, let's go around, yeah, exactly.
Well, you
whatever.
can't fake enthusiasm like that.
Wow. You're like, I'm
excited.
Well, I know that my mom listens, so that's,
Love it.
So does mine.
Yeah.
My mom listens
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, my mom and her companion, but I don't know, Dennis. We'll call him Dennis. That's his name. They listen and they send me text messages letting me know they enjoy it. So to a certain degree, yes.
I love that. And that your mom texted the show the other night. That was wonderful.
She did. Exactly. So we're very appreciative of that. I would love that to be the case because, I grew up with stories like that. Like, back on Saturday nights, we'd listen to the Grand Ole Opry, and that was all we did. We'd stop everything we were doing, and we'd get the battery, hook it up to the car, then hook it up to the radio because we only had one radio and we only had one battery. So
I love that.
Maybe we bring that back for America. The idea of just sitting around listening to the radio.
Put your phone down. Turn the TV off.
Unless you're listening to us via the Civic Media app, and that's very simple. Get the Civic Media app, and you can listen through your phone or your tablet or your device of choice. It's absolutely free. You can call, text, leave a voice message. You can also enter into contests. From what I understand, there's a new text to win contest coming down the pike, but listen more for details. But yeah, it's appointment listening. That's what I would love to call it.
I love
appointment listening.
It's a can't miss. I want to say too, Greg, tonight we should give away some Chicago tickets. Chicago, that's Jason Chef. I'm sorry. It's
Jason
Chicago.
Yeah.
It's Jason Chef, who basically was the soul of Chicago for 30 years or so.
Yeah.
And we had the pleasure of interviewing him last week. He is performing here in Christmas City, USA, Marinette, Wisconsin, this coming Saturday night. And I'm going to introduce him at the Community Rec Center. So come on out, folks. If you want tickets, text in, let's say Chicago. Text in the word Chicago. And we can give you up to 4 tickets.
We'll pick a winner.
We'll pick a winner. Just put in Chicago in the text, and then Dom will get your information, and we've got more to give away throughout the week, though. So it'll be fun. We have a great show tonight, though, too, Greg.
Oh my goodness, yes we do. We have such an amazing show ahead of us tonight. After the 5:30 news, we are going to be speaking to. I want to get his name correctly here. Where did his name go?
Cortland Dahl, baby.
There it is, Cortland Dahl. He'll be talking to us. He is a researcher at the University of Wisconsin-Madison, and his area of expertise is meditation. He is the creator of the Healthy Minds program. Healthy Minds is a well-being training program that integrates insight from scientific research with a comprehensive path of contemplative training. So, like, to me, that was interesting because when you think of research and that kind of thing, you don't really put mindfulness and meditation into that stew pot. It's usually those are two separate things, spirituality versus science. But have a great discussion with Cortland coming up.
Yeah, it's going to be. He was great to talk to.
Yeah.
He's just a guy, like, there are people you meet in your life where I kind of like wish they were neighbors. Like, I would love to pick his brain periodically, and just kind of have that around me to motivate me to meditate more.
I call that a friend crush, and crush does not mean anything romantic. It just means like you meet someone where you're like, man, I really want to be friends with you. Can we just hang out? I'd like to just hang out once. That'd be cool. And then you tell your spouse, you're like, you know who's really cool? Cortland. He's really cool, man. We should invite him over for dinner sometime. Oh, man, I show him my garage and all my tools. Like, that's to me what you just want. Because it's very hard to make new friends as an older person. When you get older, it's just more difficult. And when you meet that person, you're like, I want to be friends with them. You're like, I really want to be friends with that person. So,
and you feel weird about it almost.
Yes.
Even though there's nothing weird about it. You just want a cool friend, not even cool like Fonzie cool. Like, you want someone who's interesting, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
you
I
want
used
them
to always say, like, if there's a plumber, I got a leaky pipe. Oh, come over and help you out. Oh, I got a back problem. My brother's a, chiropractor. He lives down the road. When you're a comedian, that doesn't work.
Nobody wants to be your friend.
Nobody's going to come over and go, hey, my daughter's a little down. She broke up with her boyfriend. Will you mind going over and cracking a few jokes?
Yeah, exactly.
Keep it clean. She's in high school. So, I don't know. It's awkward.
Hey, man, you're in comedy. Do you know Jerry Seinfeld? We're having a company party. Do you have his phone number? No, I don't have his phone number. He changed his number because I kept calling him because I wanted him to be my friend. I get what you're saying.
Yeah, it's just a weird dynamic. But I totally get the friend crush thing, dude.
Yeah,
and there's
absolutely.
nothing. I appreciate you putting yourself out there and saying that. That's awesome. All right, so we got Cortland Dahl. Dom, let's quit messing around. The kidding around is pretty much over. Let's get to our Nite Lite question of the night.
Let's talk about the question.
Okay, question.
Question.
Pregunta.
Question.
Hey, I have a question. Questions?
This question.
Domanda.
Question.
Questions.
Okay, according to Rolling Stone magazine, website, whatever, Yummy, Yummy, Yummy by the Ohio Express was the worst song from the 60s. So tonight's question is, what do you think is the worst song ever? You can let us know at 855-752-4842, 855-75-CIVIC, or let us know on the app that Greg just talked about and sang its praises. It's very easy to use. It's awesome. If you're watching the radio on YouTube, Facebook, or X Twitter, you can drop us a stream comment, but let us know what you think is the worst song ever. We'll read your texts early in hour number 2, so don't go away. How's that, Greg? Did I cover it? How do you think it's going so far?
So far, so good. I did want to tell people though, in the second hour, we've got some cool stuff happening.
Yeah.
We're gonna be talking about a story regarding Goodwill, doing a quiz that Dom, our producer Dom in Madison, has put. Stop it with that.
Ooh, that was a
laughing.
devilish, devious
sorry, I
laugh,
was just
too.
excited.
I'm gonna make you look like fools,
Yeah.
fools.
That's-
And then this is, we're just starting week 3. This is Tuesday of week 3 of Nite Lite 2.0. And one of the things that, we realize hasn't happened is Pete and I have known each other for a while. We've talked on very many occasions. We've been on each other's shows, but we don't know enough about each other. And tonight we're going to ask some questions. So it's going to be Greg and Pete get to know each other.
A little icebreaker.
Yeah, a little icebreaker,
It'll be fun. And I've said I'm an open book, so bring it, baby. I'm ready.
Okay.
All right, so you got that to look forward to in hour number 2, folks. It's great to have you here.
Yeah.
Before we go any further, though, let's get to our 3 big things.
The first big story.
It's only week 3, Greg. It's only week 3.
Folks, I am very excited about this one. This was reported in the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel late last week, but I thought that we should talk about this because I think it's great. Amtrak could begin Madison rail service as early as 2030. I think the more train in Wisconsin, the better, Pete. The plans to begin the Madison rail service have been in the works for years, but were revived in 2021 as a result of the bipartisan infrastructure law. Remember when that happened?
Yeah, it's a weird word.
Yeah, exactly. We were recipient of part of $102 billion in federal funding, and part of that is going to go to getting Madison a rail service. And I think that I think one of the darkest days in Wisconsin's history, in recent memory, I should say, is when we poo-pooed and canceled the commuter rail service, or the light rail service that we were going to put into the state that we had all the money allocated for once again. And Scott Walker on like day 1 or 2 said, nope, goodbye. And then all that money went away. So did the jobs. So did the transportation. We could go back in time and relive those worlds, but let's not. Let's move ahead. 2030, we're getting more train access. And that's on top of the fact that the Borealis train service that goes to Minneapolis is absolutely breaking records right now. People love that train service.
It's a cash cow. And this is like what frustrates me about this, Greg, is it's about 20 years too late. We could, if it's going to start in 2030, we could have had this, let's say it would have been done 2014 or whatever when the funds went through and all the construction, but it is I love traveling by train. I love it's just not a hassle. You can do other stuff while you're riding. I do find it weird that Madison doesn't already have a stop. There's a stop in Columbus. I thought that was like on purpose. I don't know what the thinking about that was. This is going to be the world famous Hiawatha train. So that's the one that goes from Milwaukee to Chicago. I've taken that train many times. Love it.
And I think you add a stop in Madison. Oh my goodness. Like Chicago, there's Chicago, Sturtevant, the airport, Milwaukee, and then you move that right up to Madison, maybe one stop in the middle there. I mean, that would be so good for so many people. I think this is you're right. It feels too late, but if we can get it done, I think that would be fantastic. If we can get a rail service up to Canada too, oh my goodness. Come on now.
Yeah. It's good for the economy too. That's what I don't know if people realize that. Like we're supposed to, I read about almost a year ago, we were supposed to get a line from Milwaukee up to Green Bay too, which would be fantastic. I mean, the Fox Valley has like 500,000 people.
Yep.
I would like to see them go north too and just make the whole state accessible, or as much of it as you can, where all the business stuff happens and where there's hustle and bustle.
I mean, I had to explain to friends of mine who were like, yeah, get rid of the train. We don't need it. I said, okay, here we go. This is how it works. You get rid of the train. That money doesn't go away. It goes to other states, and that's what it did. It went to other states. On top of that, you're talking about the construction jobs that came from the train. You talk about all of the construction that has to accommodate like things at stops. So people are going to be building like mini malls and things like that, and the jobs that like all the things that we lost because of it is very comprehensible and very, very right there in your face. Lots of money lost because of it. Hopefully, this can make up some sort of whatever. I'm just happy this is happening. I think this is very important for Wisconsin.
I hope so too, buddy. I think it's better late than ever, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I agree.
All right. We are coming back after a very short break to talk about 2 more big topics. Folks, you don't want to miss this. The train was just it's not the icing on the cake. It's the start. We are coming right back. This is Nite Lite with Pete Schwaba and Greg Bach on the Civic Media Network.
Just for one day, we couldn't be us. Just for one day, I can't remember.
I can't remember. I remember.
A list of really terrible songs that Dom could play because of the question of the night.
I'm going to look at them and I'm going to implement them.
I can give you tons of bad songs.
Look at Zommers lurking in the shadow. Hey, Zommers, did you ever go to Stevens Point? Oh, here it comes.
Effectively, I donated $28 to UWSP. It wasn't because I
that's
didn't
nice.
go. It wasn't my fault, though. I got a bunch of extra crap dumped on me at the last second that I had to do. And it was like, well, if I go, then I won't get stuff done for work. So
Dude,
What
there
was
were-
what was happening at UWSP?
My daughter was the lead in a play called She Kills
Oh.
Monsters.
Really wanted to see it. Sounded so cool.
No, I believe you, but there were no expectations. When you told me you were going, I was like, oh my God.
I wanted to, but
Yeah,
then,
well, that's cool, but
I
no,
finished working that night at like 8, and the play started at 7:30. So I was like, yeah, I think I made the right call.
Well, I was bawling my eyes out because her character dies in the play.
Ah!
And then it's all dark, and she takes this paper airplane dressed as a warrior in the dark, and the plane is glowing and her face is glowing. She walks, it's like her soul walking across the stage. And I just lost, there's a couple times I lost it. It's a beautiful play. But thank you for the donation. Anyway, that's awesome.
Well, now I don't have to go see it because I know how it is.
No, that's in the beginning, Greg. I'll send you the transcript.
She dies like real quick in the play. Like,
No, and then she only lives in Dungeons and Dragons as Tilius the Paladin. It's a cool story, and that's how her sister connects with her. Her sister's still alive. I was a mess. You know, that still bothers me about that train though, because that was like a pride thing when Walker turned down the money.
Yeah.
And it was like, it's not like you're not raising our taxes to do that. You're
No,
saying we
no.
don't need federal money.
No.
Okay.
Nope.
Other states became more efficient because of what you decided.
absolutely. All that money we got was like $850 million. That got broken up over like a dozen states. That was all going to be for us. So, all right. I'm gonna be quiet now.
All right, 20 seconds.
20 seconds.
Today is gonna be the day that they're gonna throw it back to you. By now, you should have somehow realized what you gotta do. I don't believe that anybody
Welcome back.
feels the way I do.
I was kind of jamming, and I was like, oh, yeah, you're on the radio. You got to start talking now. So great to have you with us, folks. It is Tuesday night here on the Civic Media Network, and you've got Nite Lite with Pete Schwaba and Greg Bach. And we are discussing some current news stories today. And we just talked about the train coming back to, it'll run through Madison, which is great. But we've got other stuff to get to, don't we, Greg?
We got two other big ones.
The second big story.
I saw this today. I was,
Yeah.
I don't know that I was surprised by it, but it was a poll that I saw on Yahoo about Democratic frontrunners.
Oh my God.
In the 2026. And listen, I have my thoughts on the Democrats drive me crazy sometimes, Merrick Garland. But
Subtle.
they just can't, like, okay. So I'm not saying this is a bad thing. I was a little surprised. 23% of the people in a poll said they favor Kamala as the front runner. 19% said Gavin Newsom.
Okay.
10% said Pete Buttigieg, who I like a lot.
I like Pete Buttigieg a lot. In fact, I've come around to him. Like when he, like a couple of years ago, I said, no, I just didn't dig him. Now I'm like, maybe.
Yeah.
He would, I just think he's too measured for America.
Boy, that's a great way to put it, Greg. He just talks. He's very sensible. You know, I know you have issues with Newsom. I love that he gave Trump some of the business of what Trump does, and that resonated. I thought Kamala, in a short time, ran a good campaign. I'm not saying she did it perfectly, but there's other people here too. AOC got 7% of those surveyed.
Yeah.
Then you had a 5% tie between Josh Shapiro, Arizona Senator Mark Kelly, Josh Shapiro, the Pennsylvania governor, and New Jersey Senator Cory Booker. I'm surprised he's in with
thank
those
you.
guys. Yeah.
Pass.
They each got 5%. And J.B. Pritzker got 4%. Gretchen Whitmer, 3%. So there you go.
I would, of this group, I mean, this is like we're a little less than 3 years away, I should say. Oh God.
If there is an election, by the way. Let me
Oh
preface it
God.
by-
Oh yeah. It's so painful. It's so painful in my brain. Pete Buttigieg, Kamala Harris, and Mark Kelly are the ones that I would be like, yes, let's bring them more to the front and have more conversations. Gavin Newsom is a great governor for California. I just think that I don't know if he would go over well in America AOC, very controversial. Don't at me. I have my reasons. And by the way, I don't dislike any of these people. I worked in campaigning. I worked in government. I know how these work, and I know what it's like to like look at and say like, all right, who's better? Who should, like someone like a JB Pritzker should stay the governor of Illinois. I think he's doing a fantastic job as the governor of Illinois.
Right.
And this is a bigger conversation for down the road, but I just, this is amazing they did this, and I'm very surprised that Kamala Harris came out on top.
Yeah, doesn't seem to be any anger towards her. And again, Biden dropped out kind of late. You can't put it all on Harris, on Kamala. But I'd like to hear more from Mark Kelly. I agree with you, and a lot of it is I like what these people do in their lane. But are they electable? Are they electable nationally to win the presidency? Because if you're a Democrat, that's what you want. You want someone who's electable.
Yes, you do. I mean, and that's just how it works. I mean, you want the person you want. I get that. But are they the best person who can? Are they the same person who can appeal to the Los Angeles liberal versus the Oklahoma versus the Wisconsin versus the Rhode Island? Like you have to look at all of that before you say this is our person. And I think it's part of the failure of the Kamala Harris campaign, or just the fact that the Democrats saying no primary necessary, folks. Here you go, and people were upset about that.
Right. Yeah, that would have been interesting if they tried to squeeze a primary in there, too. I know that was a complaint of a lot of people, but there was such a small window anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right. Well, should we get to our...
Let's get to the final thing.
Dom, please.
The third big story.
The time we have left, coming out of the Wisconsin Public Radio, Jeff Robbins has the byline, prescribing improv to improve patient-doctor relationships. I see what they did there. So basically, Associate Professor and Director of Education and Innovation at the University of Wisconsin School of Medicine and Public... Well, that's a very long title. A lot of these individuals have a very long title. Teaches an elective course in improvisational theater. And she has decided that they are basically working with doctors to do this, to help them create better bedside manner, better attitude, relationship with their patients. And what do you think about that, Pete? Improv as a teaching tool.
Well, we just talked about politicians staying in their lanes. I think doctors, if they don't go crazy with it, like I know a lot of people that take improv classes do it for just to interact better with people. So yeah, why not doctors? As long as they don't work blue when they take suggestions from their patients. I like a doctor who just tells me what I want to hear, and they don't do that anymore. But when I was younger, I remember I had a lump in my ear. It was frostbite. And I go, you don't think it's cancer? And he goes, I'm virtually certain it's not. And that's with no tests or whatever. I walked out of there like, yes. So I don't know if I want a doctor cracking jokes.
Well, I mean, I don't know if it's so much about cracking jokes. It's just about, to me, and this is what I learned from improv, because I took improv because I wanted to be a lawyer. And one of my friends said, you should take an improv class. Well, I wanted to do comedy, but I used it also as the excuse saying, I want to be a lawyer. And I think it's less about comedy and just more about how to work in a flow with people. And like, it's people, doctors aren't the easiest people to communicate with sometimes. I think that's very much true. And I think this is just more to build their skills at creating relationships with their patients instead of being like, whackety schmackety, take two and call me in the morning. Yeah, so I think it's cool. I think everyone should take an improv course, period. I think everyone should do it. I think it will help you greatly in your life. So that's just
fun. It's fun too. But then that begs the question, do you have to teach the patients the yes and theory? Because what if they shut you down? What if you're going into a scene as a doctor before you give someone earth-shattering news and they shut you down? It's just bad manners.
That's very, very bad manners. Yeah. Bad improv.
All right. We are coming right back after news, sports, and the weather with Cortland Dahl. Great interview, folks. Don't miss this. We are coming right back. This is Pete Schwaba and Greg Bach. Our question of the night, what is the worst song ever written? Share it with us. Be part of the show. It's Nite Lite on the Civic Media Network.
Super fun and upbeat show.
Secret, super fun and upbeat show. I like it. But only one exclamation point, Dom? I don't know if I believe that.
I know I'm used to the multiple, but that's okay. I was gonna switch it up.
Oh, I forgot to mention Tim Walz was on there at 2%.
Yeah, I saw that.
During
I
that
texted
debate he did with JD Vance, everything JD Vance said, Tim Walz would look at him and then write stuff down frantically. I'm like, what a spaz. Just calm down, dude.
I texted this in as well, but I hesitate to bring up most of the songs I think are the worst because then Dom might play them.
Yeah,
And
what if he's got him
you
on
know.
his best list? That would be weird.
Well, then
Sometimes it happens.
I might have if any of the songs that I hate are on your like favorites list, I might have to put in a word about your performance today.
Yeah, there's gotta be.
Oh no!
Wow,
I'm kidding.
He's quizzing
wow,
me
there's
right
like retribution for having an opinion. Wow, I love the world we live in.
Way to pump me full of self-confidence right before I go on the air.
Well, I mean,
That's producing 101. Make
Pat
the
Kreitlow-
host feel insecure.
Pat Kreitlow and I had a running gag about the fact that I thought that Wonderful Christmas Time was one of the best songs ever written, and he hates that song with a fiery, burning passion.
Is
now. I
that?
think it's fun.
I think it's fun, too.
I don't mind either. I
Having
don't mind
a
it.
wonderful. I don't like
Yeah,
that one.
it just really you don't like it?
I don't think I do. I think it's
Going against the grain.
I understand why a lot of people don't, but
just overplayed. It's not that I don't like it. I hate the one that goes, "We need a little Christmas right this very minute." It's just
Candles
that
in the
one.
window.
I don't know that one at all. And what's funny? That's funny. Did you say
guarantee
that?
you've heard it?
speaking of Christmas music, though, the version of Santa Baby by Michael Bublé, where he's like Santa Buddy and Santa Pally because he's too afraid to be seen as gay, can't say Santa Baby.
It doesn't
least
sound
I've seen
like
that
our
one.
Michael Bubble.
Bublé.
I didn't realize up in there in Canada they were afraid of showing their feelings. That's craziness, Michael Bubla.
Santa Buddy.
Santa.
I mean, it like I will say this, like unless the narrative is that he is trying to get with Santa, if he's just his friend, it would be weird for me like, I don't like Santa baby, or unless he just kept saying Santa baby, but it was always in that like Frank Sinatra for like Santa baby,
Santa,
all right,
baby.
pop that head, deliver them presents, baby.
Or like in Swingers.
Yeah,
Baby,
yeah.
she wants to party. I'm making a list of bad songs. There's so
Are you
many.
checking it twice?
Oh, I gotta find some too.
2 minutes.
Oh. And no, never mind. Answer my own question.
Love doing that.
Cortland is in this segment. And the next.
All right.
All right.
That guy was awesome. I mean, is awesome. Coming up, if you're listening to the Secret Fun Show.
Super fun, super upbeat.
Super happy.
Cool.
Not at all manic.
No.
Ugh.
I think I'm too cheerful. I don't have any. What am I thinking here?
I'll try to
1
think
minute.
of some. Uno momento.
Pregunta.
Pregunta.
The secret show is quiet. We could do ASMR type of secret show. We're just doing this like thing. Welcome to the secret show.
You did this when Pete wasn't there, and it scared me so badly.
Hello, Dominic.
Stop.
Secret
Stop
show.
that. We're done here. We're done.
This is your tummy speaking.
Yeah, we have 10 seconds. 10 seconds.
No, it's not. It's 15 seconds.
15.
It's 15
Okay,
seconds.
all right. 15
Too
seconds.
much time.
Dom doesn't know how to read time.
Okay, all right. You know what? I'll see you guys later.
Later. I don't know if that's like great meditation music or not, but it's a damn fine tune.
I mean, it's a good mantra. You stand by me.
It could be, sure.
Yeah.
Welcome back to Nite Lite. I am Pete Schwaba, along with Greg Bach, Dominic Lee, working the board, spinning the tunes. This is exciting, folks. I'm very excited to welcome our next guest because I've been fascinated with the idea of meditation for years, practicing it sparingly, and I have a lot to learn here. So he is the perfect guest to join us here tonight on Nite Lite, Mr. Cortland Dahl. He's a PhD and a leading expert in mindfulness and meditation and the science of well-being. He is also a research scientist at the University of Wisconsin-Madison. Cortland, welcome to Nite Lite. It's great to have you.
Yeah, it's great to be here. Thank you for having me on.
Our pleasure. So, all right, what is meditation and how do you do it?
Well, that's a great question. There's a lot of misconceptions about what meditation is. I think the simplest way to think about meditation is it's basically exercise for the mind. It's a lot like exercise in the same way that there are many forms of exercise. They do different things for your physical health. And with meditation, there are similarly many forms of meditation, and they all do very different things. So some, for example, teach you and train your mind and rewire your brain to be more focused and to have a calm, clear mind. There's others that are more about kindness, compassion, relationships with other people, and yet more that really go back to wisdom or having a sense of purpose in life. So there's all sorts of meditation, but they're all forms of training for the mind, in short.
When you, as a research scientist, how do you bring that study of meditation to the lab, if you will? I mean, it's honestly, when we think of meditation, I'm sure a lot of folks can conjure up images of what people look like and have their own stereotypes. But when you say, I am a research scientist, I work in the world of meditation, what does that mean for you on a daily basis?
So at the Center for Healthy Minds at UW-Madison, we do a lot of different kinds of research. It spans from very geeky stuff where we put advanced meditators and new meditators in the brain scanner, and we look at what's going on in their brains when they meditate and see how it affects their overall well-being and mental health, but also, of course, their brain function. And then on the other side of the spectrum, we work in systems. We've done a lot of work in the educational systems throughout the US. We've done work in healthcare systems. And there we're looking not only at how practices like meditation affect our individual mental health and our ability to flourish, but even systems, even looking at how the individual well-being of a person ripples out into an entire system, again, like education. So we do all sorts of things, but I would say the main thing these days is we created an app called the Healthy Minds Program. We did this for research. We thought it would just be kind of a small thing for our own studies, but it ended up getting picked up by the New York Times and was recommended as one of their top meditation apps. And now we have hundreds of thousands of people who have used it, and we have millions upon millions of data points. So we can ask very different scientific questions with that kind of data. So there's actually a lot going on, and I could geek out on any one of those little threads, but it's quite a wide terrain, you could say.
Listen, feel free to geek out as much as you want. I'm truly fascinated by this. And to dumb it down even more for someone like me, there are different kinds of meditation. There's sitting meditation, active meditation. How, in active meditation, as I understand it, is kind of being aware of your feet hitting the ground. Or you gave one example, folding laundry. You can meditate while you're folding laundry. Is it just focusing on what you're doing, or what is the practice?
You literally could meditate anytime and anywhere. Right now, for example, you gave the example of just noticing the feelings in your body. So if you feel what's going on, like the sensations of your feet resting on the floor, it's the simplest thing. You just activated networks in your brain that are doing basically two different things. One is around intention. Rather than letting the world pull your attention, as it does all the time, you are in the driver's seat of what's happening with your attention. So when you choose where to place your attention, you are activating brain networks that will allow you to focus and allow you to resist the pull of distraction. So it's not about paying attention to your breath, or in this case, to your feet. It's just you're in the driver's seat. You're choosing what you want to be happening in your own mind, and you're training that capacity. But you could also, equally in this moment, practice a very different skill. Like appreciation is one of my favorites because it's so easy to do. So normally our brain is wired to have a negativity bias. There's important evolutionary reasons why that is the case. It's not a personal failing. It's just kind of how we're wired. But you can change that by choosing to notice the positive. So again, it goes back to intention. And I'm looking at you gentlemen and we're talking, and I could think, wow, this is great. These guys have chosen to talk about this. I hope it's beneficial to people. How wonderful that they're making space for these important conversations. And then right there, I just chose to orient my mind to something positive. That's the skill of appreciation. So you could do that while you're going for a walk and walking your dog. You could do it while you're folding the laundry. You could do it while you're commuting to work, or you could do it as a formal sitting meditation practice. So again, there's many different skills, and you can practice those skills many different ways. And sitting meditation is just one of those ways, a powerful one, but just one.
So, sorry, excuse me one sec, Greg. So
Go on.
Just to stick with this while we're on it, the sitting meditation, how is that different than the active? Is it just you're focusing, reflecting, breathing, like you say, measure, or being aware of your breath, that kind of stuff? How do the two differentiate?
So what sitting meditation uniquely brings is that you are completely immersed in training whatever that skill might be. So if it's mindfulness, for example, you're training these attentional networks that I mentioned, you're learning to focus and resist distraction. Or if you're doing appreciation, as I just mentioned, you're kind of immersed in that. So the benefits of sitting meditation is that you're not doing anything else. You're totally focused just on that inner process of whatever form of meditation you're doing. And that's the unique benefit of formal sitting meditation. Active meditation, you don't get that immersive quality, so you're probably not going to feel like you're as relaxed or as immersed in the experience as you would be if you were just in a quiet space doing it. But the unique benefit of active meditation is that you're linking that skill with your everyday life. So it's not just like a nice little vacation you have for 20 minutes in the morning and then you're totally distracted and reactive the rest of the day. You're learning how to practice that skill of appreciation, or how to be less distracted and more calm and centered while you're going about your day. So each of them has its own unique benefits. They're just different. They do different things, and they even activate slightly different networks in the brain.
I want to go back to something you just said about the wired for negativity on an evolutionary scale. And I've talked to people about this, and something that I've done for myself is trying to practice more gratitude instead of looking at things as maybe a small inconveniences, to say, hey, I have this thing, I can do this thing, I have a house, I have a car, whatever it may be. But that is work. And it almost feels like part of therapy too, where you have to work to find the good. Why is it that we are hardwired to immediately take on the negative then?
Yeah, it's a great question. Simply put, we did not evolve as a species to be happy. We evolved to survive. So our brain and our biology, our nervous systems have all evolved over time to keep us safe. And the way they've done that is to become exceptionally good at detecting threats. So our brains, in many ways, are prediction machines and threat detection machines. And that's good if you're foraging in the forest and on the lookout for wild animals, or you're in some physically dangerous situation. But although our minds are good at detecting threats, they're exceedingly bad at discerning emotional threats or psychological threats from physical threats. And so oftentimes our nervous system is responding the same way as though we're being physically attacked when it's somebody said something snarky at the office, or we got into an argument with our partner or a friend, or we're just doom scrolling and reading about all the scary stuff in the world these days. And our nervous system doesn't really know that. It's acting as though we need to fight or flight or flee or simply freeze. But really, where are you going to run? Who are you going to fight? What's going to happen if you freeze? Like, it's not the correct response, right? But it's what our nervous system is telling us to do. So again, it makes sense in a certain context. We don't want to lose that. But oftentimes we get stuck when we're chronically in this fight or flight response. It's like our nervous system is chronically activated and it just doesn't know how to adapt to the environment. And meditation is one powerful way to help it learn to be more adaptable to what's actually happening in the moment.
That's great.
Yeah.
This is Nite Lite with Pete Schwaba and Greg Bach, and you're joining us now. We're talking meditation with Cortland Dahl. He's a PhD and leading expert in mindfulness and the science of well-being. He's a research scientist at the University of Wisconsin-Madison. So how is this different than transcendental meditation, where you have a mantra and I believe you do have to sit, or at least that's how I do it poorly. What are the differences between the two, and what are the benefits that you might get from one that you might not get from the other?
So again, you could think about meditation as being this very, very broad umbrella category under which there's many subtypes of meditation, just like there's many forms of exercise and they do different things. So transcendental meditation is one specific form of meditation. It is in a family of meditation, what we call the attentional practices, where the main focus is you are orienting to some particular experience, which could be your breath. It could be, as in this case, you're repeating a mantra in your mind over and over. It could be other things. It could even be a visual object. And you're simply resting your attention there. You're basically focusing your mind, resting your mind. And what happens through those practices is your mind becomes very still. You're training your attentional capacity. So part of that process is you're noticing the pull of distraction, you're bringing it back, and you're basically rewiring your brain to be more focused and less distracted. There's all sorts of benefits to that. And it's very different than cultivating appreciation or a sense of meaning and purpose in life. So again, there's many forms, and that's just one very powerful form of meditation. But again, just one of many.
A question I would have is, I feel like there are people out there who could say, you know, I'm a spiritual person. I love meditation. I don't enjoy, like, the science is not for me. And then people who say science, I'm science, meditation is just what they hokum, however they want to refer to it. But how do you, as a research scientist in this field, blend the two for people on both sides to understand, to say you are connected in more ways than you understand, and this is how you are, and present your findings?
Well, one common thing you could find in the world's more spiritual meditative traditions, and equally in science, is we're basically trying to understand the mind and how it works. So that is equally true, you know, if you're into Buddhist psychology and you're meditating, you know, in that tradition, or really any meditative tradition, you're just getting familiar with your own mind. Mm-hmm. And as scientists, we're basically doing the same thing. We're just using different tools. So they're very powerful actually together. Each of them is, the scientific perspective is giving us a very unique vantage point, a very unique set of tools to better understand the mind, how we can optimize these teachings and practices so they simply work for us better. And similarly, there's this accumulated knowledge and wisdom and experience in the world's meditative traditions in which there's a tremendous amount of wisdom. And we're trying to connect those traditions so we can create a little more cross-pollination between the both.
Nice.
Wow. What was your experience like I think you lived in China for 8 years and you studied with the Buddhists. Actually, we have to do a quick break. But think about that. And I also want to ask you about the challenges of meditation in this day and age with smartphones and all that kind of stuff. And Greg, I'm sure you have more questions as well. This is
loads of them. So many questions.
What's it like being a guy that people just want to be around to get information out of you? Because so, all right, we're talking with Cortland Dahl. He's a PhD and leading expert in mindfulness, meditation, and the science of well-being. We will have more with our guest after this very short break. I would encourage you all to take this time and reflect and meditate, because we are coming right back on Nite Lite with Pete Schwaba and Greg Bach. Nice change up there, buddy. Hey, this is Nite Lite with Pete Schwaba and Greg Bach. You are listening to the Civic Media Radio Network. Our guest is Cortland Dahl, an expert on mindfulness meditation. He has also studied in Tibet and with refugee settlements in India and Nepal. What was your time like there, Cortland, and how was it different than here? And, you know, that's kind of the birth of meditation, isn't it? That area of the world?
Yeah, very much. I spent almost a decade living in Tibetan refugee settlements all over the place, but mainly in Kathmandu, Nepal, where I'm actually headed in just a couple of days. Man, it's just a completely different world. And I would say the biggest thing is that the value system is just different. And there's many, I mean, we could talk for hours just about that, but one of the things that will always stay with me is being in a culture where the value of human beings, where our sense of worth as human beings is not tied to what we do and accomplish, but more to who we are. And there's this whole kind of distinction between doing and being, and seeing that we just don't have to be on this endless march of getting stuff done to be of value. Whereas I feel like in the modern world, certainly in the US, you know, where I grew up, it's kind of like if you're not productive, if you're not just doing something active, you just don't have any value. You're kind of viewed as sort of worthless. And this was just a totally different value system. And they were getting a lot of stuff done. It's not like they were sitting around. So it's not like that leads you to just being unproductive. But yet your sense of worth can be located somewhere else, not in the to-do list.
Is that an American quality, or do you see that in other countries around? Not just like from what you saw in your studies, but like I know exactly what you're talking about. But is that an American thing, or is that in a lot of countries around the world where you see it's your value is tied to who you are and what you create, essentially?
I think perhaps it's uniquely intense in the US, but whether it originated here or we've successfully exported it everywhere around the world, I've traveled in more than 40 countries and lived all over the place. And I can say it's alive and well in many countries, pretty much every continent in the world. Maybe Antarctica's, holding out for a little while longer. But, I think it's everywhere. But there's places where it's more or less intense. And certainly here, we have this narrative of, you got to lift yourself up by the bootstraps and do it yourself. You're on your own. You got to get stuff done. And and it creates a pretty massive blind spot about when it comes to mental health and well-being and what actually really supports us to lead fulfilling lives.
I think that definitely can speak to the point you made about hooking onto negativity. If you live in that kind of mindset where you need to live in that world of I'm defined by what I create and whatnot, it can create a place where you don't accept gratitude or joy immediately. You have to find the back end, like, how is this going to hurt me? And I think that's something that is very American in our distrust of each other, where we could very much benefit from saying, hey, why did this person come to me? Like you said, they came to me, they wanted to talk to me. Where's the joy? Where's the happiness in there? And I think that's a really good way of looking at it, as far as, at least in this country, with what's going on right now.
Yeah, totally. I mean, we have an abundance of progress, but at the expense of well-being and our ability to even just have some sense of emotional balance in life. I mean, there's a lot of costs to it. And I think you can have both, but we've just prioritized one at the expense of the other. So we need some kind of rebalancing for sure.
I'm someone tied to my smartphone. I love to watch color television. I binge watch a lot of stuff. It's kind of been my adult entertainment life. But what do you tell people how important meditation is? Do you tell them that it's even more important now in the age of technology and that we have to disconnect and decompress a little bit? Or can you meditate while watching an episode of The Jeffersons?
Both. I mean, like I said, you can meditate anytime, anywhere, right now. If you pay attention, if you bring attention to your breath right now, or if you hear the sound of my voice and you are intentional about it, you're basically meditating. And again, there's many ways you could do that. So you definitely can meditate when you're using your phone. You can meditate when you're watching TV. The challenge is that technology in particular, and specifically things like social media, are architected and built to hijack your prefrontal cortex, which means they're designed to undermine intentionality. So while you can, in theory, do it anytime and anywhere, you can be present and focused, we're living in a world where our attentional networks in our brains are being hacked continuously by the surroundings we're in. So I would say, we're in the world we live in. Like, nothing's going to change that. We have phones. We're now in the world of AI. That's just the way things are. That's fine. I think the most important practice and skill to have in the 21st century is intention. Be cognizant of the way this stuff is built and be intentional about how you use it. Let me give one very concrete example. I was using my phone as an alarm clock for a while, and I realized that I would pick up my phone first thing in the morning to turn off my alarm. And before I knew it, I'd be checking my email and checking messages, and then I'm scrolling through and I didn't intend to do that, right? I just was stuck down this little rabbit hole. And I realized I just need to leave it outside my bedroom. I don't bring my phone in my bedroom. It does not enter my bedroom anymore. And that one thing, being intentional about that one thing, has made a huge difference. So it doesn't have to be that. It might be something different. But the key is we're just cognizant of what's going on, and we're making choices rather than the technology dictating how we use it, which is usually what happens if we're not intentional about what we're doing.
Wow.
I mean,
so start small. Yeah.
Yes. I think that's something I've learned over the past just few years is something where instead of looking at a problem from its entirety, look at how I can create solutions small in whatever I'm trying to fix. And as you say, like, I have a brother-in-law who's a neurological oncologist, and he tells me all the time, and he says, Greg, he says, put your phone down 3 hours, or he says, put your phone down an hour before you go to bed, turn off the TV 2 hours before you go to bed, and stop working 3 hours before you go to bed. You will sleep better. And to me, that seems like such an overwhelming thing to do. But instead looking at saying like, all right, tonight I'm just going to try to stop working 3 hours if I can do that. I think that's the other thing, Cortland, is that people see the whole problem is so overwhelming, they don't even want to try to hit a solution. Whereas what you're saying is find a small portion. What can I do to fix that small portion? And then take on another thing and then create a larger solution, which I think will make you happier in the long run.
Great stuff. Cortland, thank you so much. Keep up the great work. We would love to make this kind of a regular, semi-regular thing. We can't offer a signing bonus, but we love your intellect and your advice. It's outstanding. Thank you so much.
Yeah, it's been great to be here. Thank you both.
All right, that's Cortland Dahl, PhD and expert on mindfulness meditation and the science of well-being, something I would like to get better at. This is Nite Lite with Pete Schwaba and Greg Bach. We are coming right back. Don't go anywhere. This is the Civic Media Radio Network.
Secret show.
If you ever want bad music to listen to, going to school for music theory, you meet a lot of people with strange taste and hear a lot of horrible things. So I have an endless list, basically. You are also muted.
Is that why you left your last suggestion?
The most recent one from
Yeah.
Yeah.
If by quote bad you mean ...
Yeah, if by bad you mean hard to listen to, I've got a lot.
The entire time he was just he was just finding a bunch of music. I was like, what is this?
I
don't even know, like, I love all music.
Oh, big yawn.
Anyone who makes music, I am for it.
Anyone who makes music, I am suspect. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, that's a no-go.
I don't know. To me, like, I could. Yeah. I listen to some weird stuff, so I'm sure people are probably like, that's not even music. How did that happen? Oh, never mind.
The lyrics kick in pretty quick on this one. I would start at the beginning. It's the beginning of an album. I once saw a description of this song that said it's the closest they've ever heard to getting jumped in an alleyway.
That is
as a song.
Gosh. Imagine that having as your, oh my gosh.
I'm trying to think of a song that I really, really enjoy that people would probably dislike a lot just because because it usually has to come down with the beat. And I listen to quite a bit of music that has odd time signatures, a lot of signature changes, as well as just seem to be like the band Meshuggah is like one of my favorite metal bands of all time. Their music, I don't even think they need a lead singer. The singing's fine, but I'm like, they don't even need a lead singer. Just be instrumental all the time. That's what I want to hear.
People are not here for that.
Yeah, I am absolutely here for it.
MESH. Yeah, okay, it popped up.
Meshuggah. Let's actually, before you do it, like Meshuggah.
Making sure the lyrics are clean.
I guarantee you no one's going to challenge us. But yeah, that's probably most difficult. What song would that be? No, it's not. That's just one of their most known ones. Yeah.
Oh, I'm looking at Behind the Sun right now.
Yeah, their music is crazy pants, and I love it. There's this new group that's been coming up all over my social media. 2-person band, microtonal guitar, masked. I don't know what the name of it. Oh yeah, they're called Angine de Poitrine. I don't know. It's a Quebec band. It is two people, one person playing a double neck guitar, and the guitar is what's called microtonal, which I'm not even going to get into right. What was that?
I'm familiar, yes.
Yeah. And then the other person plays drums. They're completely covered in masks. They're like masked up completely. And it's amazing. I love listening. I love that there's two people in this world like, this is the music we need to make, and this is what we're going to do, and I'm here for it. If you want to talk about microtonal guitars, we cannot not talk about King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard.
Well, of course. Mm-hmm. But I feel like they have a lot of good music, though.
I agree.
I wouldn't even put as hard to listen to for a lot.
No, I would never consider them as hard to listen to. In fact, if anything, it's the fact that they're like, this album's a disco album. Well, this next album is a death metal album. Like, yes, speak to my brain that way. That's right. Pete Schwaba went away.
Hides his face. I think he's scared of me.
Oh no!
He should be.
Scary guy.
It's Pete Schwaba.
I turned the camera off because I was tying the drawstring on my gym pants, and that would have looked weird. Like you guys wouldn't have known where I was going with that. So I didn't want to traumatize anybody.
Understandable.
That's valid.
Thank you. Did you ever see that video of it was a the company Zoom meeting? I probably shouldn't tell this. All right, we'll talk later.
Okay, all right.
All right, guys.
I'm going to keep you guys in suspenders.
20 seconds.
All right.
Trying to make sense of the world? You've got Nite Lite with Pete Schwaba and Greg Bach.
Call our toll-free number now.
Headlines, culture, and real conversation.
And now, our feature presentation.
Here's Pete and Greg.
Welcome back to Nite Lite with Pete Schwaba and Greg Bach. My name is Greg Bach, and all the way across the state is Pete Schwaba in Christmas City Town, USA. We are here on the Civic Media Network. We're here with you tonight. We have Dominic inside the studios of our headquarters in Madison, and we are with you. If you want to be part of the conversation, 855-752-4842, 855-75-CIVIC. Leave a comment on the live stream. We are streaming on Facebook, YouTube, and the platform we still call Twitter. Still ahead, we're going to be talking about a quiz about Goodwill, and then Pete and Greg get to know each other. We got a helpful tip coming up in a little bit, and then we are going to talk now about the question of the night. So, Dom, if you would please play the music.
Let's talk about the question.
Okay, question.
Question. Question.
Pregunta.
Question.
Question.
Okay, I have a question. Questions?
This question.
Domanda.
Question.
Question.
Questions.
What do you think is the worst song ever? Let us know. 855-752-4842, 855-75-CIVIC. You can drop a comment on the live stream. We want to know from you because Rolling Stone came out with the worst songs of all time. And Pete, what was the worst song of all time?
The worst song of the 60s, according to Rolling Stone, was Yummy, Yummy, Yummy. I got love
Gotcha.
in my tummy.
Yeah.
It's pretty bad.
So we want to hear from you. We want to know from you what the worst song of all time. We have some comments on the text line coming in right now. Let's see. Nick in Marshall, listening on WMDX, says, "Go Away, Little Girl" by Donny Osmond. That's just not fun. That's not fun at all.
It's just wrong.
No. Yeah. Pete, what about you? Do you have a worse song?
I do. The one I put on social media is, I kind of broke this down like songs I just hate that I feel like they're mailing it in. Because there are probably worse songs than this, but one of them is "Love in an Elevator."
Yeah.
And songs like that and like "Lick It Up" by Kiss. Songs that are overtly sexual are just so stupid and really bother me.
I mean, that's basically most of the 80s hair metal hard rock back in those days, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I guess there are some that I like some of the Motley Crue tunes, "Girl Don't Go Away Mad" or "Every Rose Has Its Door." Like, I think there are ways to do it and to sing about love or sex or whatever, but when it's that overt, I'm like, I can't do it. I also have other candidates that I think are just kind of bad, but maybe not the worst ever, like "Mr. Roboto," a really hard song for me to listen to. And then a song like "We Built This City" by Starship, Jefferson Starship, where a lot of people put that on their list. I don't think it's a little poppy. If that was like a dude or a girl with a acoustic guitar singing about the old days and how they, it's all in the composition too, as to whether something can be good or bad, in my opinion. What about you?
Well, first of all, it was Starship, not Jefferson Starship. So let's give credit where credit's due. They dropped the Jefferson portion. But I think for me, like one that always hits, and I get a lot of flack for it because a lot of people like this band. I don't like the song "Semi-Charmed Life" by Third Eye Blind.
"Semi-Charmed Life." I'm trying to think what that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
you know that song, and I'm not going to sing it because I don't want to get sued. But it's just a song that just I don't know. There's certain pop songs out there that just grate on me, and that's one of them. So for me personally, I'm like, oh, this one, please turn the dial. I just really dislike that song. Dom, what about you? What's a song that you like, a song or songs?
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Pitbull, so I really do not like the song "Timber." I'm not a big fan of Pitbull. I've never been a big fan, but
okay.
Yeah,
he's all. Whenever I sign into IMDb Pro, Pitbull is all over the margins. I don't know what's going on there, but he is. His publicist is working overtime. Aaron Zomers in the 920, our pal, who is he still sitting next to you, Dom?
Yes, he is.
There he is. Hey, buddy.
Hey, everybody, it's Aaron Zomers. He's on the show.
He says,
I am here.
For worst song, I think I'll go with "Everybody's Bro" by Jake Paul and Team 10. See,
it's "Everyday Bro."
I didn't even know he had a song.
And that
he
obviously,
did a while ago.
Yeah.
It's a YouTube song about being YouTubers, and it's full of lies, and it's badly written and poorly performed. It features lines such as "England is my city." I'll just let that. Just think about that for once.
He is such a knob.
I really like oatmeal. Deal with it, haters.
England, notably, not a city.
Yeah,
fair point. That's actually also. I didn't even think about that for a moment. I just thought about the pure even if it was like "London is my," I'd be like, it's still a dumb line. It doesn't matter if it was a city or not.
It's just
my favorite city, Africa.
Aaron said also, I hesitate to even bring up most of the songs I hate because Dom might actually play them and ruin my night.
That might be true. That might be true as well. I'm sorry.
Fair enough.
Let's see here. We also got another text from John in Oshkosh listening to WISS. Says most Kiss songs are qualified for this award. Ooh. And you know what? John, I'm right there with you. We were talking about overrated bands last week. Kiss is just a group that I do not enjoy. I think I like I Was Made for Loving You.
Yeah.
And I think the reason why I like that song is because I enjoy disco music. So for me, even the worst Kisco, if you will, I will listen to that song, but I won't listen to like, Detroit Rock City.
I have to admit, that was Kiss Destroyer was like the first album. That and Deep Purple Machine Head, because metal was kind of thing. But I did like some of those early Kiss songs, but they got so bad as they got older. I will say this. I Was Made for Loving You, Baby. That is a good song. Do yourself a favor and Google Linda Carter, Wonder Woman, singing that song with Kiss doing Broadway dance moves around her. It is surreal, but she is amazing. And she's incredible in that song. And she's like kind of sexy and fun and laid back. And Kiss is just prancing around. I don't know what is going on. It was late in their career and they needed some pub, I guess. It was awful.
Also, she's a worthy follow on Twitter. If you're still on Twitter, follow Linda Carter.
Is that right?
Amazing. Oh my gosh, she's so good.
I love her.
She takes Linda Carter, Valerie Bertinelli, and Nancy Sinatra. Just do not take guff at all. And Valerie Bertinelli specifically, when people come after her son, Wolfgang von Halen, she just will strike with the claws. She does not care. She does not stand for people making fun of her kid, and she does not take guff. So, yeah, if you're still on the Twitter, Linda Carter, Nancy Sinatra, Valerie Bertinelli, three of them you want.
Listen, Linda Carter, I mean, I've had kind of a crush on her since she was Wonder Woman, like everybody did. Mm-hmm. But she's probably, I don't know, in her 70s now, and I got to be honest, I still dig her in the big way.
Oh. Wow. I don't even know what to say to that. Like, I still dig her in the bit. What is it? Okay, you know what? Nope, you're right. You know what, Pete? Live your life. Live your life. Live your life.
Sometimes those crushes never go away. She's great.
I don't disagree with. I don't disagree with that. I still, completely. Tom in Hartford, listening to WAUK, says anything by the Jackson 5.
Wow, really?
Wow, really?
That's you know what? That's a good take. I reckon, that's I respect that. I don't agree with it, but good for Tom speaking up like that. Taking a controversial stand.
Are there any songs on the list, Pete, that you saw and you're like, no, I like this? Because that's the thing too, is like, I think there are songs we can all come together and say this song is trash. But then there are tunes where I mentioned this before. If you listen to the old Pat Kreitlow show, I love the song "Wonderful Christmas Time" by Paul McCartney. It's my top 3 Christmas songs.
Okay,
and he hated that song with a blinding white heat. But I know there are people who don't like it either. But I'm like, I love this song. I listen to it anytime it's on the radio. It makes me happy and makes me feel cheerful for Christmas time. And yeah, there's just some tunes out there. I don't care how much you hate it. I love them. So.
I'm like that with Mariah Carey's song, and we've talked about that ad nauseum on Nite Lite months ago. I stuck to my guns. Every time that song is on, how often do you get a new Christmas tune that's good? I like it. I know it's overplayed, and mostly the complaints about that song or the dislike was because it's overplayed. But that's one I think that is kind of polarizing.
Also, I think if it was so bad, it wouldn't top the charts every single Christmas.
Right.
If it was bad, no one would care anymore and we'd move on to something else. There's a reason why it charts #1 every year. It's because it is maybe the perfect pop Christmas song, period.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that's how I feel.
Achy Breaky Heart makes that a lot of bad song lists. I would agree with that. The first time I heard it, I was like, hey, this is kind of catchy. By the 10th time, I wanted to kill myself. So that's a big range right there.
That's a huge range. I never liked that song just because I felt like, oh, this isn't country. This is like trying to be. It's like when that song, Honky Tonk Badonka Donk came out. You're like, what are you doing? What are we doing right now? We don't need to have this song. Jake in Milwaukee listening says Rebecca Black's song Friday, which was, I think, universally celebrated as like one of the worst songs ever.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, it was a song that like this young woman did. It was literally just about it being Friday, and she was happy and she was going to hang. It was a 16-year-old girl, and when it came out, the internet does what it does best, and it destroys her as a child. But she's still living life. She's still living. She's, I think she understands who she is in the world, and that's great. But yeah, it was auto-tuned, and it was like one of the things like, oh, the songwriting's so simple. I'm like, it's a song sung from the point of view of a 16-year-old about how much she's excited that it's Friday. how complex do you really want that?
Right. Where's she supposed to elaborate on that and find layers? Yeah.
There could really be some Fitzgerald influence here, but I'm not feeling it, everybody. I'm really not feeling it. Just feels like she's happy it's Friday.
Friend of the show, Boris Hamilton says, this is a great one. Shut Up at Your Face by Joe Dulce. I don't know if I think I pronounced that wrong. And then another friend of the show, and my pal Mike Schmidt says, Boris Hamilton, hey, what's the matter you? And then another guy Brandon responds to Mike and says, why you looking so sad? I love when there's a conversation going on.
What is happening right now?
Yeah.
Aaron Zommers also said, if by, quote, bad, you mean, quote, hard to listen to, anything by Captain Beefheart and his magic band will apply. I recommend Frownland, the opening track to his album Trout Mask Replica, which is probably his most famous album, especially for the cover. I really enjoy Captain Beefheart because it's so weird and out there. Like, I feel like it's challenging on purpose, and I enjoy that. Same reason why I like Frank Zappa and a lot of prog music, too. It's just very challenging. And the metal band Meshuggah.
Daniel Wheeler on social media says, well, that's subjective, of course. I'm guessing they had a comprehensive analysis as to why, but you can't discredit the earworm factor. I've already sung the chorus in my head twice as I type this. A bubblegum chorus so catchy should have merit. I don't know that song. Do you, Greg?
What song is it called?
Earworm factor.
Well, that's just the earworm factor is like,
that's like when you gotta
get stuck in your head. Yeah. Did he actually mention the song title?
I don't see a song.
Okay.
But you can't. I've already sung I don't. Daniel, we need clarification. Thank you.
Yeah, clarification, please.
That's Danny Wheels.
Danny Wheels. No relation to Steven Tyers.
Correct.
We're going to take a really quick moment to grab some snacks, grab some hydration. Please let us know the song you like the least. You can still call, text in. Get the Civic Media app. You can call or text through there. Leave a comment on the live stream. Leave a comment on social media. We are currently on Facebook and Instagram. But we're going to talk more about this. And then coming up after the break, we're going to get a quiz on Goodwill. Apparently, Goodwill won't take some things, and Dom has prepared a quiz for. I know.
Dear. That's ridiculous.
I may have my own stories on that too, but all that coming back and more. You're watching or listening to Nite Lite with Pete Schwaba and Greg Bach on the Civic Media Network. Stay tuned and stay close.
I cannot go back to your frown land. I cannot go back to your frown land.
Oh my gosh. That is really grating. I could write a song like that.
Oh my, that was.
You want worse? Listen to Sun Ra. It will make your brain implode.
Oh my gosh.
Sun Ra? There's one track where he manages to play a cover of the Star. Like, you listen, and you're like, wow, I want to die. This is horrible. It's free jazz. Where it's just a bunch of people doing whatever they want for an hour. But in the middle of one of them, he manages to play what is clearly the Star Spangled Banner on a drum set. I don't even know how you did this, but you can tell that's what he's playing.
Oh, that's
and then
beautiful.
The rest of it's garbage.
I think one of the reasons why I can enjoy Sun Ra or later John Coltrane stuff is because it makes people so mad.
Yeah.
Like,
Did John Coltrane get weird as he got older? I like John. I mean, oh, really? I didn't know that.
In the last 2 years of his life, he went from like hard bop and bebop and well, I wouldn't call him cool. I mean, he did some cool stuff, but like bebop and hard bop, he moved further away from that. And like it was really like started with the Love Supreme album, and then it got bigger and more, like it became more in scope, and it just became more free jazz. And his last couple of records, like I have friends of mine who love Coltrane, but they're like, I can't listen to his last 3 records. They're just absolutely out there.
Which go take care of some stuff. Good night.
But
all right,
go take care.
Man.
But make sure you take care of you.
Always. I'll do my best.
Okay.
Here's a great Onion headline that says MAGA voter claims she loves high gas prices.
That's how you know you're getting the good gas.
That's right.
It's more expensive.
That's funny.
Yeah. All right.
So we'll come back. We'll do the Goodwill, and then after the break, we'll do the get to know each other. And we've got about 9 texts left on social media.
That sounds good.
You got a tip, Greg, for tonight?
Maybe I do. Maybe I don't.
Keep me guessing. This is improv.
All right, guys. 15 seconds.
like E.T. Selling out arenas just to see me. Wrist so icy like Fiji. Y'all already know it's the A. 6 figures I was only for. 6 figures I was only for.
Welcome back, and we're very sorry for that music, whatever that was. This is Nite Lite with Pete Schwaba and Greg Bach. I'm Greg Bach, and across the state from me is Pete Schwaba. Dom doing the worst job at producing right now.
In a good way.
Madison.
That's like saying bad, yeah.
Was that the Jake Paul song?
No, that was the six-figure Justin Roberts song that Zomers has recommended, and I.
Oh, and then he leaves.
I don't know why.
That doesn't sound like the recommendation of a friend. Well, we are here on the Civic Media Network. We are here tonight until 7 p.m. We got so much more coming up, including Pete and Greg get to know each other, a handy tip from Pete and Greg, and another segment with Pete and Greg because I just like things in 3. But right now, don't forget, you can always get in touch with us, 855-752-4842, 855-75-CIVIC. Leave a comment on the live stream. We are on Facebook, YouTube, and the platform we still call Twitter. Also, you can follow us on social media on Instagram and Facebook. Why I'm telling you all this? I'm glad you asked. You can let us know what you think the worst song ever is. Go ahead and drop that information wherever you can get in touch with us, including the Civic Media app where you can call, text, and leave a voice note. Did we have any other songs that came through before we get into the quiz? I think it says here, it's Tom in Hartford, listening on WAUK, gets back to us as that song, that 80s song about a lady singing about driving a car.
Freeway of Love?
I was thinking Fast Car by Tracy. There were a lot of.
Oh, that's a great song.
Well, there's a lot. I mean, 80s had a lot of car-based songs.
True.
There's a lot of songs about cars back then. So you can apply that however you see fit. So please let us know. I think actually, I'm going to guess he's talking about Fast Car by Tracy Chapman because he also said very monotone.
Yeah, I love that song, though.
I love that song, too. It's beautiful.
Mike Desitel says, things get a little easier by Think. Patrick Mines says, watch me whip, watch me nay nay.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Brian Cashin on social media says, anything by Supertramp. Interesting. Our pal Paul Vandenplas, friend of the show from Wonderfully, Wisconsin, he does a wonderful job, says, who let the dogs out? My man, awful, just awful. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, we got a few more we'll read
It's great
later,
at a
but,
wedding. It's great at a wedding. That song works at a wedding. Nowhere else.
Because that gets people that don't typically dance out on the dance floor.
Yes.
Yeah,
I like that song. Who let the dogs?
Yeah.
There's dogs coming out.
Very
Someone left the
popular
gate
song.
open.
Right.
There's an open bar. All right. All right. Now it's time. Okay. So you came across a story, Pete, that you didn't read, that I didn't read.
On
Because
purpose?
it's about, yes, because we are very informed. We are not journalists.
Correct.
This is regarding a story on the things that Goodwill will and will not take. And we thought, what better way to talk about this than to turn it into a quiz run by producer Dom.
All right. Okay. So tonight we're going to be playing some Will Goodwill Take It. All right.
This is a contest, by the way.
This is
Yes.
This is
Pete against
between-
Greg against Pete. It's out there. It's on.
The battle for supremacy.
This is gonna be some
LFG.
good competition.
All
Yes.
right.
All right. So I'll describe an item, and you both decide yes, Goodwill will take it, or no, they won't. Okay.
Okay.
And after your answer, I'll reveal the correct answer. Okay. You guys.
Okay.
Lay it on a stretch.
All right. All right. First question: true or false?
False.
Goodwill.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. Goodwill will accept a queen-size mattress that looks clean and has no stains.
False.
True or false?
False.
Greg says false.
I'll say true.
You'll say true. Okay. So Goodwill will accept a queen-size mattress that will look clean and has no stains. That is false.
Yeah!
That is false. 1 to Greg, 0 to Pete.
Dom, you kind of built that up like I was right. You kind of came out of the gate.
Yeah,
like
he
a
did.
Pete.
And then he tore you down.
You know, I got to switch it up, you know? All right.
Yeah.
Second question.
All right.
Question. True or false? Goodwill, you can donate a partially used gallon can of interior wall paint. True or false at Goodwill?
That has to be false.
I'm going to go with false as well.
False. All right. So you guys went false. That question is correct. You guys both get a point there.
Yeah!
1 for Greg, 1 for Pete. Okay.
Great music, by the way, Dom. I love it.
I'm trying out here, you know. I'm doing something.
Well done.
All right. Next question. True or false? You can donate a stack of hardcover mystery novels at Goodwill. True or false?
True.
True.
True. That is also correct. Good job, guys. Good
Thank you.
job. That's another point. Okay.
Greg is up 3-2.
He is up 3-2. He is up 3-2. A few more questions left. True or false?
Yeah.
Goodwill will take a baby car seat that is 2 years old and looks brand new. True or false? Really thinking here. Really thinking here.
I'm gonna say false, and I don't know why.
Say false.
They will or will not take a baby car seat that's 2 years old and looks new, right? That was the question?
Yep, that's the question.
I'll say true, they will take it.
That is incorrect by Greg.
Oh!
Pete got it. It is false. It is
Come
false.
on!
Pete
Get
gets
down
the
on
points.
it. Get down on it.
Tied. You guys
All
are
right.
tied. I think we have time for one more question.
Yeah, let's go,
Okay.
baby. Let's go.
This is the final one.
Bring it.
True or false? You can donate a countertop toaster oven from Goodwill. True or false?
From Goodwill?
Or for
To Goodwill.
False.
Yeah,
you
to
cannot.
Goodwill.
False, you cannot.
Greg says
I'm going right
false.
for
Pete,
it.
Read the question again, please.
You can donate a countertop toaster oven. True or false?
True.
And Pete is the winner. It is
Dang
true. It is true. Congrats, Pete. Pete wins. Greg, you tried your best, man. That's what else can I say?
Hey, both of you, shut up. The reason why I thought, because the thing is in the last minute we have before we have to go to our news break is that I went to Goodwill when we moved into our house with just end tables. And the guy said, we don't take those. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, we don't take that furniture. I'm like, what do you mean? So I had no idea what was and what wasn't with regard to Goodwill. So it kind of feels like a crapshoot. So
That's weird with the end table.
well, that's fine. We'll come back again with this and rematch.
I got my bike story I can work in. Maybe that'll be the last segment or something. We'll figure
All right.
it out.
Well, when we come back, we're going to do a little game called Pete and Greg Get to Know Each Other, where we ask each other questions, get some real answers, find out more by sticking around, listening, and watching Nite Lite with Pete Schwaba and Greg Bach here on the Civic Media Network. Stay tuned and stay close.
When did you send that message, Greg?
What message?
It doesn't sound like you're talking in your microphone.
When the same time he did. So you're good.
Yep.
You're good.
Yeah, we did
Okay.
at the same
All
time.
right,
It was good. I'm starting to realize it might just switch when you least expect it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
that was a great segment, by the way, Dom. Great music. It was fun. That is everything.
I hated everything about it.
That's everything Nite Lite should be, in my opinion. Great energy, some laughs. It was informative.
Yep.
Love it.
Yep. Thank you.
Dear whomever's in charge of Civic Media, I want Dom out of here now. I shan't be disrespected.
Greg, you could have won on that last question. The last question was the hardest question, I'd say.
Dude, that was
the best we would have tied.
That was a Caleb Williams come from behind.
Yeah, that was.
Whatever.
Did you read Jack's text, Greg, about the Purple People Eater?
Yes, I saw that.
You did.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, but did we read that one?
I don't think so. No, we did not.
Right.
Tom from Hartford was also playing along with us.
Oh,
Respect
nice. Got another text from Nick. No, yes. Oh, he was.
He really was. He was on top of his game.
What if he's like a Goodwill regional manager?
Yeah, he knows his stuff.
He knows all the stuff.
That'd be impressive.
Secret Happy Fun Show. Greg, you're looking at your phone with much consternation. I'm worried.
I'm just looking at ways how to fix a quiz next time.
What a boom,
No,
man.
I'm just I forgot my wife and I invested some money in
crypto.
No, God, no. Training for our dog, and she was done. And the person who did the training posted a picture of our dog.
Oh wow,
nice looking dog.
Oh, yeah.
She is. Yeah, she's perfect. She's at daycare right now. I can't wait to see her soon. But she graduated, and I was just reposting because I forgot to. And Sarah is fantastic. Like, it was a great experience.
What's your dog's name?
Her name is Maybell.
Oh.
She's named after Maybell Carter.
Not to be confused with Linda Carter.
No.
I gotta blow my schnoz. I'll be right back.
All right, guys. We had about a minute 30.
Welcome back to Nite Lite with Pete Schwaba and Greg Bach. My name is Greg Bach. Across the state from me is Mr. Pete Schwaba. Dom Lee is in Madison on the ones and twos, and we are here for you tonight for a little bit longer. Here on the Civic Media Network, you can always get in touch, 855-752-4842, 855-75-CIVIC. Leave a comment on our live stream. We are streaming on Facebook, YouTube, and the platform that we still call Twitter. What is the worst song ever according to you? You can always call or text that in via the Civic Media app, via your phone. You can go on social media. We are on Facebook and Instagram, all different ways to let us know what you think the worst song is. We just got done with a very, very rigged quiz, and Pete, quote, won, so that's nice. Join us again another time when we have a quiz, I guess, if that ever happens again.
It's sad how much of a self-esteem boost that was winning that quiz.
Yeah, it must feel really good to be smart. Grand.
It was close. It was close.
No one asked you for help. All right, so
before we get to our next awesome little conversation piece here, I want to say Jack from Merrimack says candidate for worst song, Purple People Eater.
Yeah.
So there you go. And then Nick from Marshall says, got two more for you guys. Yellow Man, Wreck a Pum Pum. He says, look up definition after the show. I might have just said something inappropriate. I have no idea. And Buju Banton, Love Me Browning. I don't understand any of that text.
I feel like they're just making up stuff up. They're messing with you.
Nick's doing freestyle text.
It's a free jazz. It's free jazz improv, baby.
That's right.
So we thought to ourselves, we were sitting in a room. Don't ask us where it was, none of your business. But we were sitting in a room talking about the fact that we've been doing Nite Lite 2.0 for almost 2.5 weeks now, and we're having a good time. And Pete and I have been on each other's shows. We've had conversations. We've met up a few times. It's nice, but we don't really know each other yet. And we thought, what better way to get to know each other than to ask each other some questions right here on the show? So Pete and I have prepared questions. Neither one of us know them. They can go super deep. They can be super shallow. It depends on how you're feeling in the moment. But we have questions for each other. Dom, do we have music for that? Did you get music for that?
We have a little bit of we have a little bit of music. Maybe something like this.
Try to do that Goodwill music.
Oh boy.
Maybe we can change it.
I can also hear a bad Steve Harvey joke.
100 people say, and then you just look at the camera like Jim from The Office. Oh,
yeah. How about a joke, not just a look? We know something was said there. You're supposed to say something about it.
The joke is in the body language. It's like crowd work. You don't have to be funny. You just have to be able to like, hey, what do you do for a living? And that's it. That's comedy.
Right.
All right. So I said that I would go first.
Okay.
And these are questions that I have curated for Mr. Peter Ilyanovich Rasputin Schwaba. And we're going to start.
Sounds like you know me a little more than you thought you did.
Well, files are easy to break into, and your house is not far away. So here's question number 1. Start real easy. Pete Schwaba, where were you born and raised?
I was born at St. Joseph's Hospital in Chicago, Illinois, and raised on the northwest side of Chicago till I was 12. Then I moved to Marinette, Wisconsin, Christmas City, USA, for junior high and high school, and that's where I live now.
Excellent. All right. All right. And you said you went to Catholic school, right?
I did. I went to Our Lady of Victory School in Chicago, which is now closed. And then I went to Holy Family School here, Catholic Central High School, which is 150 years old, right down the road here. And then I went to DePaul University. That's a lot of Catholicism.
That's
too much.
My sister has 16 years. I only have 12. So you guys are once again better than me, I guess. All right. Question number 2, Pete Schwaba. This is getting to know Pete Schwaba.
Okay.
Not including your parents or siblings, who is one of your favorite family members and why?
I mean, should we take kids out of the equation? Wife?
Nobody. Yeah. No, okay. No. It can't be your wife. Can't be family. Can't be like mom, dad, siblings, wife, or kids. Has to be like aunt, uncle, cousin, someone like that.
That's great. I will say my Aunt Trish, because she's only like 5 years older than me. She's my dad's youngest sibling.
Yeah.
There's like 18 years, big family. And she was around us a lot when I was a kid, and we're still tight, and she's awesome. And my Aunt Trisha.
Nice. All right. Yeah. This is question number 3 in getting to know Pete Schwaba. What was the stand-up gig that you remember for being so amazing or so bad? Your choice, either one.
Amazing or bad?
Yep.
Stand-up.
Yep.
Comedy?
Yeah.
I remember there were these. I was working the south side of Chicago, and it was an okay room. I think it was called the Comedy Hook or something. But there was this table full of gangbangers right next to the stage, and they gave me nothing. Now, they didn't talk. They didn't heckle or anything. They just gave me nothing. And when I got off the stage, I walked past their table, and I hear one of them lean over to his buddy and goes, "Finally."
Man.
And then I had another horrible gig in Traverse City, Michigan, where the woman. Did you ever work for John Yoder? Probably wasn't around when you started.
I worked for the Yoders. Yeah,
okay.
I did funny business.
So they had a room in Traverse City, and it was so depressing. And the guy had a bad rug, and I think his wife had a rug too. And I got off, and it was just whatever. The crowd was whatever. And the woman behind the bar, the co-owner, says, "We need cream." I go, "What?" She goes, "She wanted me to go to the store to get them cream." While the headliner was on. I think it was Jimmy Pardo. So I get in the car, I go to get them cream, I come back, and they grade everybody. Like they report back to Yoder, they give you a grade. She gave me a C. Even though I went to get them, I went grocery shopping for them, and I got a C grade. So those are too bad.
I don't accept criticism from bookers or owners. Nope, you don't get to judge me. I've had enough bad experiences with those people. All right, question number 4 on this edition of Getting to Know Pete Schwaba. What is something about you that most people don't know? I like a hobby or a talent or something like that.
I took martial arts for 10 years. Maybe that.
Yeah, there you go.
Forgot it all.
I was gonna say, can you beat me up? Or
I play. Well, I don't think I need martial arts for that, Dom. Let's be honest.
Wow.
No, Dom's Italian. I'm not going after Dom. What am I, crazy?
That just feels also very,
in the family.
Wow.
Get all of his Jimmy John's guys after me. Let that sink in. I will say, and also I play I don't know, Greg. I've been happy everywhere I've lived. Let me say that. I love Chicago. I loved LA. I love Marinette, Christmas City, USA. That's something people might know. I'm a very positive guy.
All right, and then final question, and getting to know Pete Schwaba in the world of entertainment and art, what is one thing you still want to do?
Make another movie.
Okay. Awesome.
I mean, I would say that this is already on, so I won't say anything radio related.
Yeah,
I'm having a blast doing radio.
Yeah.
But I would say I have another project that's kind of close and with a good cast, and maybe it'll go, maybe it won't. That's the business. But I would love to make another movie at some point.
There we go, and that's it.
Wow,
We've gotten to know Pete Schwaba. Yay!
I had only one similar question.
That's fine.
But
they can all be the same questions. That's
the
fine.
rest are a little bit. That's probably what we should have done, Greg. Because now I look like I'm fishing for information.
That's fine.
All right.
My social security number is 842.
Greg Bach, here's the only question. Where were you born and raised?
I was born and raised in Waukesha, Wisconsin, which for those who don't know is about 20 minutes west of Milwaukee. I was born and raised there until I was 19 years old.
Oh, nice.
And I went to St. Mary's. I'll add, because I also have the experience. I went to St. Mary's Elementary School, St. Joseph's Middle School, and Catholic Memorial High School.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. You got a little Catholic.
Yeah. I mean, altar boy, youth minister. I put my time in.
Just enough to be dangerous. I was an altar boy too, so we got that going for us.
Yeah,
maybe we do
which
an
is
altar
nice.
boy segment. Question number 2 for Mr. Greg Bach. What country would you live in if you couldn't live in America?
Japan.
Really? Nice.
Yeah.
Wow, that was not even a hesitation there.
Japan. Immediately. I would live in Japan.
Yeah. Have you been there, I assume?
Never. I want to go there someday. I'd love to go to Japan.
Wow.
But there's something about Japan that just speaks to me, and I would live there immediately.
Can I ask what city?
I could say Tokyo. That'd probably be the easiest as an American who doesn't speak the language. But if I had my druthers, I'd really learn the language, and I'd live in a village. I would live somewhere off, off the grid, but just not in a big city.
I love that answer. That is outstanding.
Thank you.
Have you ever committed a crime?
Only breaking hearts. Yeah, probably. I can't think of anything that's been chargeable or arrestable, but I'm sure I've committed crimes. I've jaywalked, sped, things like that. But I've never done anything that I've been brought in for questioning.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good to know. All right. Question number 5. Dom, have you ever, let's get Dom in on this quick. Have you ever committed a crime?
I have. Oh gosh.
He stole from a Jimmy John's.
I did. That's what I did steal from Office Max. I took a few pens.
You did?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
I shoplifted.
The swag? All right. He's a rebel. All right. Question number, is this 3 or 4? I think this is
4.
4. Yeah.
4.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is the worst injury you've ever had?
That's very interesting you ask, because I have never broken a bone in my body. I've never had a surgery, and I've never had but I have done so many things to myself. I should have died 5 times. I'm not kidding you.
Wow.
I have fallen off my bike at 20 feet in the air. I was hit by a city metro bus in Waukesha when I was 12. I've done a lot to my body, and I've never broken a single bone. I would probably say the bus accident with my bike was the worst, but I only sprained my shoulders and my ankle.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So that would probably be the worst thing I ever did.
Jeez, you just reminded me of a joke I used to do in my act about surviving a plane crash. Everybody else died. I escaped with a sprained ankle.
Ow, my ankle! Ow!
Changed my hoop game forever. What life moment? This is number 5, and I got a bonus question.
I do too. I have a bonus question as well.
Ooh. Love it. Bring it.
Okay.
What moment in your life are you most proud of?
Oh man. That's an interesting, what moment? I mean, I know it's going to sound cheesy, but everything that has to do with my wife, marrying her, asking her to marry me, there's a lot of stories that go with that. But for me, she is the most important person in my life, and she has helped me to become who I am. And all the things that I've done for myself in the past few years are because of her support and love and confidence in me. So I'd have to say just getting the guts to actually put myself out there for her to be in a relationship with me, and then knowing that I wanted to marry her. So basically my wife, she is the greatest, most proud thing in my life. That's
a great answer. Is she listening?
Not at all. She hates this show. Oh my gosh, she thinks it's so crass.
Oh, she's at her boyfriend's tonight.
Hey!
That was a very sweet answer, Greg. I like that.
I like how you did. True comedian there. Took
sorry.
a moment and just undercut it. So.
I'm sorry.
Do you want to? I mean, what we could do is we could hold
Okay.
and do bonus questions.
Sure.
At the end, and I feel like you still have a story about Goodwill and a bike.
Okay, here's my story. That's a great idea. So I donated. We had all these kid bikes in our garage.
Yeah.
My wife said, "Oh, that's a music killer now." All right. So my wife said, "You need to take those bikes to Goodwill." So I took 3 of them to Goodwill, keeping one for my daughter. And she goes, "You took the pink bike?" I go, "Yeah." She goes, "No, I want a bike here for when her friend comes over." I'm like, "All right." So now I got to go back to Goodwill and try to get the bike I just donated back. And the guy's not having it.
Uncomfortable.
He goes, "I'm sorry, we don't do that." I go, I literally just dropped it off 20 minutes ago. It was a mistake. Can we just look the other way? Let me just have the bike back. I don't think there are regulations here or anything. The guy goes, "I can't do it." He goes, "I could sell it to you for like $5.
Yeah.
I go, "You want me to pay $5 for a bike I just dropped off?" And this is what he said. He goes, "It's a nice bike." I'm like, "I know, you numbskull. I just dropped it off." That's a true story.
You know what? Then give me $7 there. All right. When we come back, we are going to do the bonus questions that we both wrote without consultation here on Nite Lite with Pete Schwaba and Greg Bach. You are listening to us on the Civic Media Network. Stay tuned. Stay close.
Play rock and roll music through the horn in his head.
That was fun.
That was very
great.
fun.
Love it.
That was good.
Yeah. I feel like
love,
if we,
we could make a weird quiz every Casual Friday.
Yeah.
Like a Goodwill, just something in the news that's out there and weird. I mean, not that Goodwill was weird. That was kind of offbeat, but like something that's just kind of.
No, I think that's
Something like
I think
that,
yeah.
I think that's a good idea. I think that's a great idea. Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome.
And the Family Feud music kind of threw it off. Sorry about that.
No, that was fine. And
Yeah,
I love
I
the
did-
quiz
ran out
about
of music.
I mean, you don't have to. I mean, honestly, because it's not because that was the thing is I was talking to Pete about it. I'm like, oh, we're gonna have 2 quizzes, and I realized, wait a minute. This isn't a quiz. This is just us asking questions of each other. This isn't a like. I was like, I forgot what the word quiz meant.
Yeah.
No, that totally worked. That was fun.
Yeah, that was really cool. We can do getting to know Dom. We could do getting to know our guest. I mean that. I mean it's really the possibilities are endless. Ha ha. Oh,
So we
can't wait
got
to see my
1,
dog.
2, 3, 4. Or I'll jam through these 4 texts, and I think we're done with text. Although Nick,
Yeah.
do you? I like when we read one and alternate. I could send you the social media.
I mean, I can.
responses.
Is that on your social media or is that?
No,
on,
it's just on Facebook.
It's on Nite. Is on Nite Lite.
Yeah, when Amanda
Okay.
posts a question, these are like. Oh, that's a good one. Make me say ooh with lyrics such as "This is a snack, not a meal" by Mark Wahlberg. I can't
It just reminds me of that song, that SNL song, "Get the Boy Back." Show. He had a whole dang meal left me for a snack. I'm like, that's a great line.
Oh, that is a great line.
Yeah.
Sounds like Wahlberg might have stole it.
I think. Wait, Mark Wahlberg?
That's what Scott is saying. Lyrics.
Well, then that was a long time ago because that man stopped making music a long time ago. Doesn't even like talking about it.
I've talked about this on the show too. I'm just kind of done with him making movies. He makes the same damn movie every time.
Some of these songs are very explicit. Wow.
What's funny is that Mark Wahlberg, he has two, like when he's action star, he's action guy, but when he's comedy, he has a different speaking tone.
Right.
His voice like goes up like a quarter of an octave, and he always talks like this. Like, what's going on, everybody? I'm Mark Wahlberg, and I'm funny. Ah, why do we even do these things? Ah, it's very weird.
Oh, I just got a text from Zommers about my laptop mic.
Laptop mic.
It would be great to just disable that altogether. I bet I could probably do that.
If there's a way, yeah, I would. I'll take a look at it.
I mean, if your microphone's okay, we gotta come back.
15 seconds.
Well, I saw the thing coming out of the sky. It had a one long horn and one big eye. I commenced to shaking and I said, ooh-wee. It looks like a purple people eater to me. It was a one-eyed, one-horn flying.
Welcome back to Nite Lite with Pete Schwaba and Greg Bach. My name is Greg Bach. Across the state from me is Mr. Pete Schwaba. We are coming to you live from various parts of Wisconsin, along with Dom Lee in Madison at our headquarters on the ones and twos. We're so happy you're joining us this evening. We would love to hear from you. If you still want to drop your thoughts on the worst song ever, you can feel free to call, text 855-752-4842, 855-75-CIVIC. You can leave a comment on the live stream, Facebook, YouTube, and the platform we still call Twitter, or send it to us via our social medias. We are on Facebook and Instagram. You can do that anytime you want. Well, before the show is over. I really don't want to be like, not in like 7 years. Get on it. Seriously, don't get lazy.
Too long. And you can't mail stuff in either. You got to use social media.
Exactly. So we are here we are coming towards the end of another show, a great show here on Tuesday. I keep on thinking today's Wednesday, but it's actually Tuesday. But speaking of Wednesday, tomorrow we'll be right back here from 5 to 7. Our guests are going to be Andrew Trexler, who is the assistant professor in the Department of Political Science at the University of Wisconsin-Madison. And we're going to be talking about how to navigate politics in the current information landscape. And then in the second hour, talking to Tom Castle, who is a singer-songwriter, on-stage performer. He has got a show coming up at the end of this month called Dan Seavey, Confessions of a Great Lakes Pirate. So we'll be talking more we'll be doing that tomorrow. But right now, we have bonus questions. See, we just got done asking each other, Pete and I asking questions about each other. And I prepared a bonus question just in case. And Pete prepared a bonus question as well. So we're going to ask those. We're going to answer those questions. We're going to do some more comments from the live stream and the texters, and we're probably going to get on here. So, Pete, you go first this time. What is your bonus question?
My bonus question came to me earlier in the show when you were talking about a friend crush, and we had that fun discussion. Which Don, you might want to clip that. Don, you might want to clip that for promo. Who is your friend crush, Greg?
Can I qualify it really quick?
Yeah.
Are you talking about like in real life? Or you're talking celebrities?
Oh, whoever you want to be friends with. Could be either. Yeah.
Gosh, honestly, when it comes to actually one of my best friends, his father, I got to meet him recently, and he's just a really cool guy. And he's like real, just down home, just not a big talker. Loves woodworking, loves hanging out, loves his kids, loves his grandkids, and he's one of those guys, really quiet but really funny. And I would totally hang out with him in an instant and be like, let's go grab some dinner, and just probably not talk too much because he's not much of a talker. But yeah, totally. Yeah, my buddy's dad.
Great answer, dude.
Okay, Pete, bonus question for you. If money was no object, you would do what? Keep it clean.
You know what? I would, if money were no object, I would make sure my kids were set up if they needed it, and I would just try to help as many people as I could that are down on their luck right now, whether it's food or shelter or whatever. I don't even know what that looks like. Yeah. I would consult people and say, how do I disperse this money and help people? But for selfish reasons, I would take care of my immediate family or people who are in need, and not expect it back. Give it to them.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there's this thing, we never let friends borrow money. Give it to them.
No, I agree. Yeah. Oh, God. I so agree. I don't think it's selfish either to set your family up. Because if you are, especially if money is no object, I'm the same way. I make sure that the things that are paid off are getting paid off. I make sure that college loans are paid off. I'm making sure that people are just good to go for a while. And then once that's done, it's going to be, come over to Greg's house, get a check. What do you need it for? If we're talking money is no object, we're talking like billions, I'm like, you need new teeth? I'm going to buy you some new teeth. There you go.
There you go. And it would be fun to randomly select a person occasionally and just cover their debt. Like, just to see the look on their face,
Who was I reading about? There's an actor who was talking about, the guy, Kunal Nayar, I think that's his last name. He was on The Big Bang Theory. He played Raj. He goes on GoFundMe and just pays for people's stuff because he's so rich. He's got so much Big Bang money that he's like, I just go on GoFundMe. I find worthwhile campaigns and I just pay for them. That's it.
Cut to 5 years from now, I've got all the money I need and I'm on a drug bender and I like to think that's what I would do, though. Yeah, absolutely. That's a great question.
Okay. All right. Well, I feel like we should have another installment of getting to know Greg and Pete again down the road because that was fun.
Yeah, but we just scratched the surface. We got
exactly. We only scratched our surfaces.
That's right. On social media, Scott Tom says, "Make me say ooh," with lyrics such as "This is a snack, not a meal" by Mark Wahlberg, singing with the Funky Bunch. Oh, get out of here. Also, Tiny Tim's Tiptoe Through the Tulips. I'll take that over Mark Wahlberg, Scott. I'm with you. Compared to both, I'd rather have Yummy, Yummy, Yummy. I've got love in my tummy, Scott in the 608. Wonderfully Wisconsin, Paul Vandenplas also said, "Who let the dogs out?" Oh, I already read that. I'm sorry. Brandon says, "Wonderfully Wisconsin. I've taken a liking to that song recently because of my dog. But yeah, just saying, the song gets in your head." Ian MacArthur, Disco Duck. Curse you, Rick Dees.
Oh.
Paul Vandenplas again. Dead skunk in the middle of the road. I don't know if that's some kind of distress signal if he was driving or if that's an actual song, but another great text from Paul. And finally, Richard Vargas says, "MacArthur Park" by Richard Harris. If I die and wake up to the sounds of this disgusting, utter failure to make music ever, I'll know I'm not in heaven. He must have been hurt by Richard Harris. That's all I can think of.
Wow, that was not just like your opinion, but your opinion wrapped around a lot of pain there. There was a lot of pain. And then finally, Sydney Politics on the live stream says "Rude" by Magic. So Magic is the group. The song is called "Rude." I've never heard of either.
I don't know that one either.
And also, Sydney, Happy New Year's. All right, folks.
Nice, Greg.
On behalf of Pete and myself, I want to thank Dom. I want to thank Tucker, Engineering and Traffic. Without you, nothing works. These microphones are not turned on. I want to thank everybody who called, texted, got in touch on the live stream. Whatever you did to be part of the show, thank you. Without you, there's no us. And I want to just thank everyone for listening regardless. We're going to have a great show tomorrow. Again, we're talking to Tom Castle and Andrew Trexler. We'll be back right here at 5 p.m. But Pete, do you want to say the words that you always say to say what you need to say?
Thanks, everybody. Good night, Wisconsin.
Good night, folks.
Like to say to you.